He's a writer from Kentucky that Bruce has worked with and helped and supported. She's helped him and supported him for 20 years. And she's got a grant from the Puffin Foundation to write narratives based on these fictitious, beautifully fictitious leaflets. And Ruthie's going to read some of the narratives tonight for us. And let's applaud for Ruthie.
Go for it.
You ready?
I got this giant purse. It's so heavy. So thank you all for coming out. This is Bulletin Board, and it's a story in 7 voices, and it's number 1, Susie, number 2, Marvin, number 3, Donnie, number 4, Brother Harley, number 5, Miss Shirley, number 6, Ted Nugent, and number 7, Summertime McNeese's cousin. So I took one of those little tabs off the hauling and yard work flyer at the community center, and I called the number, and it was this message machine that picked up, so I said, "My name is Susie, call me." And I left my number. Then about 7 that night, I have no idea whose number it is, calls me, and I almost don't answer it, but I cannot stand the phone ringing and not answering it. So I did, and it was this really deep voice, and the guy said, "This is Marvin. You call about some hauling and yard work?" Well, I got some time this Thursday and a couple mornings next week. Busy time of year for hauling, you know. And I got this computer class 2 times a week down at Lynn's Valley, so I got homework. After all these years, homework. Trying to get the hang of that Excel or whatever they call it so I can make out bills for my jobs. So anyway, call me back if you want some hauling or yard work. Yard work I got more time for. So just call me and tell me what you need done. Okay, gotta get this, okay? So call me, okay? And he sounded so, manly. And I could just picture him sweaty and hauling stuff with that voice. OMG. I cannot believe he wants me to call him. Seriously. I've had like guys in bars and stuff give me their numbers and say, "Call me." And once in Save-A-Lot, this guy came up to me and said, "I'm sorry to bother you, but I just had to tell you, you have the most beautiful eyes I have ever seen. My name's Donnie. What's yours? You married? Boyfriend? No? That is a shame. A girl as fine as you should not be single. Hold up. You got a girlfriend? That's cool. I mean, I am totally cool with that, you know? I mean, I can have some of that too. It's cool. Is your girl as fine as you are? Seriously? I mean, seriously? I'm like, I do not have a girlfriend. There was this girl I saw once that was so gorgeous. I mean, totally babe gorgeous. And she was just walking around like a regular person, real nice, talking to people and all. And I was like, she is so gorgeous. But hello. I don't think Brother Harley is going to take well to me bringing a girl to revival, even if she is a total babe. I can just hear him now. Amen? Do you hear what I said, church? Amen? Amen. Amen? Amen. I think that was a little too many amens. It's probably a good thing I practice my message every week. You know, a lot of folks don't realize it, but relaying messages from on high takes some practice. It doesn't just come to you. You need inspiration. So I got to keep my finger on the pulse of the community. That's why I check out the bulletin board at the community center every week. Keep in touch. But the inspiration for my topic this Sunday didn't come from the bulletin board. It came from a conversation I overheard at the Save-A-Lot, and I believe it is a bit touchy. So I got to say it just right. I have some words for you tonight on a topic that is running amok in our young people, and it is not drugs, and it is not the demon alcohol, and it is not teen pregnancy. And it is not vandalism. I'm talking about homosexuality. That burning desire against nature that causes a man to burn with lust after another man, even when there is plenty of good women right there in front of him. I wonder what Brother Harley's talking to himself about. Maybe he saw the flyer about my cousin Summertime McNeese's memorial service. It will be beautiful. Miss Shirley's doing the flowers. Maybe Brother Harley will come down and say a few words. That would be real nice. And I'm sure my Aunt Myra would be very pleased. That's why I posted the flyers on the bulletin board at the community center. I figured the whole community, really all of Lynn's Valley, loved my cousin. Heck, half of them was related to him. So they would want to know the details. I posted it on Facebook too. Me and Summer both took a class on Facebook last summer at the community center. But there's a lot of folks in Lynn's who aren't on the computer yet, so the bulletin board is still the best place to get the word out about stuff like this. Well, on second thought, I'll save my homosexuality message for revival. On Sunday, I think we need to spend some me time in earnest prayer for those boys trapped in the mine in Chile. 2 months they've been down there. 2 months and only tuna fish to eat. You know, I always remember when I was just starting out and we had a slide. Lord, yes! I remember that day as if it was yesterday. 7 men trapped down there. My daddy, little Ed, had just come out when it happened. He was half crazy trying to get those boys out. It was days. Of course, mining has always been a big part of our lives here. My daddy and granddaddy, he was Big Ed. We're both miners, but that was in the deep mines. You can't hardly find a mining job around here on account of those strip mines. It used to be everyone you knew worked in the mines, but not anymore. I'll tell you, jobs are scarce these days, that is for sure, especially for the men. Women, I think, get a little easier, teaching and down to save a lot, that type of thing. But men, Lord, they have had to make some changes in the way they make a living. And a lot of them has had to rely on their women to get them through the lean times. Women. I can't help myself. I love women. I even love the word women. Woman. Women. Kind of rolls off your tongue all soft like. I love all kinds of women. I love the way they walk and the way they talk and their perfume and their lipstick and when they scream because they see a mouse or something. I swear to you, I have never met a woman I didn't like. You know that play that the drama club's doing, Kiss Me Kate?
Don't worry,
That is me. I'm telling you, that is me. Not sure about the marrying part, not yet anyway, but the kissing part, yes sir, that's me for sure. I do love the ladies. Take that librarian at the community center, Miss Shirley. She is fine. Ain't nothing sexier than a smart woman who loves to read. And that Miss Shirley loves to read. Well, yes, I guess I am the Lonely Mountain CC librarian. We don't have too many books. But those Wendell Berry books go pretty good. He's right here in Kentucky. And people really seem to like him. Him and Silas House, another Kentucky boy. I like to have books by local authors, and sometimes they stop by the center and do a reading or talk to the folks here, which is nice since people don't often get to Lexington to meet the authors. Myself, I'm writing a book too. I want to write about life here in Lynn's Valley. Who lives here? And what's important to them, and why they're here, and what they do. One of these days I'll Google myself. Shirley H. Hawkins, and there I'll be. Shirley H. Hawkins, author. I will put that story about the mine in there so folks won't forget. It's important to remember things like that. I never will forget that Sunday. It was like the mouth of God opened up and the earth spewed forth that day. I wasn't hardly old enough to be in the mines, but it was good pay and times was tough, and my mama said, the good Lord provided us with this opportunity to work the earth He created. And so the day I graduated Lynn's Valley High, I went up to the mine office with my daddy and signed up. That first day, whew, I could hardly go in. It's a tough thing to make a body go down deep in the earth that way. It's like your insides all crouch up and scream, no! But it's over practically before it starts, and before you know it, you never even think about it anymore. Except when there's an accident. And you hear that siren, and you suddenly remember that scream you kept all cinched up tight inside you, and more than anything, you want to let it out. My daddy died of the black lung, and he said he would have rather died buried deep in the earth. Me, I'm doing the Lord's work now, but situations like that chilly mine kind of makes you think. You know, it was a terrible day for this community when the mines closed down. I was born and bred to be a miner. That's all I ever knew. But now look at me. My own heavy hauling and yard work business, learning the computer down at Lynn's Valley. Why, my daddy turned over in his grave to hear me talk about computers and all. It was a terrible day, all right, but not nearly as terrible as that day my daddy died in the big collapse with them other guys. Now, that was truly a terrible day. I can only imagine what it was like being trapped down there in the dark, and you knew there was no way out, and you were going to die there in the dark, and no one could help you. Watching CNN about them miners trapped in Chile makes me think about my daddy. He was a proud man, and he was a good miner. I guess it's good if you can die doing what you love. Looks like I'll die hauling. Maybe I'll meet a pretty girl along the way, though, have a couple kids, a little house down in Lynn's Valley. Do you ever want to go to the fish fry at the community center on Saturday night? You know, I talked to this cute sounding girl on the phone just now named Susie.